Good morning. Good morning. Thank you guys for tuning in. This is live on Street Plug Radio TuneIn app, but we're showing it to you today on Facebook for our first episode. Rocking here with.
It's your girl Key. What's up, man?
You know, you got your boy Xavier Lawrence.
Whoa.
My guy Xavier Lawrence.
XL.
He's crazy. And of course, my name is Shirleycia, more popularly known as Bia, and we here tonight. X, tell them about you.
Man, just a singing engineer from East Columbus, Georgia, out here in Tacoma.
So what all do you do? Let these people know everything you do.
I do everything, like everything. But as far as music, I'm an engineer, I'm a producer, I'm a songwriter, I'm a singer, a rapper. I do photography. I build booths.
He builds booths.
So,
I build recording studios.
We gotta touch on that.
If you guys are not all the way tapped in, we have Street Plug Studios downtown Tacoma, and we recently got in there. Basically, an empty platform. We can do whatever we want. We said we needed a booth.
We said we were gonna buy a booth.
We didn't know that he came with some tools. We gathered some wood, some insulation, some everything, and he made it happen
from
hand. Got me a good old saw.
I handed him a hammer and a nail every so often. You know.
Yeah, I dropped off some supplies and left. So.
I was 18. I was using screws. I ain't have time to be do.
But no,
he did that shit, yo.
He did. It looks dope. So make sure you guys come check us out at Street Plug Studio. What days are you there?
I'm there anytime, man, all day, every day. But I'm only available by appointment. So if y'all want to book some appointments, you can either hit up one of these guys. You can go like my new page, Xavier Lawrence Engineering, and you can book directly straight through there. You don't even gotta call me.
And again, I'm gonna say this multiple times during this Facebook feed because we are live on the radio. This is only Facebook today, so make sure you guys tune in to us on the TuneIn app. It's free. They gonna try to trick you, make you pay. Click the X.
It's up there. It's in the corner. You ain't gonna see it. Trust. I called what's going on? It exists. Just click in that corner right there. You'll be good. I promise.
Search for Street Plug Radio and make it your favorite, and you'll be able to tune in with us every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So Keith, tell them about some businesses that you in.
Well, you guys know I have Queen's Crown Cosmetics. That's been running for 2-3 years now.
I think we're going on about 2.5 years.
Yeah, about 2.5 years. I help her with Love Endless, and then we have the radio show now. So that's kind of all around. And my nails, I keep ours done. Go ahead and show your plain ones. She stole my favorite color, so we're beefing right now. But yeah, so I'm just all around. Just tap in with us. We got the nails, we got the makeup. We're here.
LoveEndless.com is the name of my website. That's where you find the official Street Plug apparel. That's where you'll find her Queen's Crowns Cosmetic, and that's where you can order any custom gear from me. So make sure you guys tap into that. And then also we do private party planning. So
very private, right?
Very private. We do weddings and all type of that. So decorating and everything. And then of course we got the Street Plug DJs. We got the hosts. We got
all of the promoters. We're all promoters. You guys
all
know.
The way. So business is hard though. It's not something that comes easy at all. What do you think is the biggest obstacle that you've come across in your career?
The biggest obstacle, and this is just personally speaking, it was really going out on that limb, because there was a lot of trial and error doing it, but just jumping out there, but really just saying, all right, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna just take this step and just do this, and nothing else is gonna stop me from doing this. And
trust in yourself.
It's tough. It's tough. Yeah, it's tough, but it pays off if you got that patience.
Yeah, I agree. There's been it's definitely one of those things. I think I read a quote online that says you have to build discipline because you'll never always stay motivated.
Yeah, me and you had that conversation about me where I was like, bruh, I just can't find my motivation lately. And you was like, bruh, your motivation's gonna go. You gotta figure that out.
It's hard. You're gonna come across some rough times. Yeah. It's gonna be.
And then it'd be life on top of business, like the home life and the business. It's not easy. I do see why people quit. I ain't gonna quit, but I see why
not
they
built,
do.
It's not a business built for the weak, so to say. You got to be mentally strong.
Yes.
You got to be emotionally strong, because people are gonna come at you. For sure.
Spiritually, all that.
You gotta learn not to pop off because I've had to
All
learn
that.
not to pop off.
Yeah. You can't just get mad. You know what I mean? Like, because people will. It's some sharks out here. I'll tell you that.
And you gotta learn to separate business from the emotions.
Separate business from the emotions. You gotta separate business from the friendships. I don't even recommend doing it like that unless it's like, you guys really get down on the business. But you gotta learn how to separate entities.
You know what? And not only that, it takes a lot of open communication.
Oh yeah.
Because you're gonna have, when you have a problem, first off, you got to bring it up to your team.
Yes.
Like, so XL is one of the Street Plug DJ group members. We're a team. We function as a team, but we definitely have our issues inside.
And we have to have meetings all the time because we got a lot.
But they stay inside, and that's one of the biggest things too.
Facts.
It stays inside, and we work on it, and I think that's good. Like, that cohesiveness is detrimental, basically, to any group if you guys are gonna be working as a team. And you gotta know who can be in your team and not. So that's
and you gotta be adaptable because.
That is true. Yes.
definitely.
Adaptation is.
Can you open this, please? Like, we just got it.
Adaptation.
It's champagne mornings and my glass is empty. What is going on right now?
Listen,
Pop this thing.
at least it's here. You came through with it, right?
This thing
Came
pop
through.
open.
Wait, pop that on
Shout
yourself.
out to the, you know what I'm saying, RIP Pimp C. You know, they sending out the champagne glass, but you know I'm a country boy from that side.
He was
You know
not
what I'm
playing.
saying?
He said, I don't want a champagne glass.
He said, I want 2 cups. He need 2 cups.
Facts. So again, I said I'm gonna say this multiple times during this Facebook. Thank you guys for tuning in, everybody on Facebook. Remember, you can catch us Monday, Wednesday, and Friday on the TuneIn app, Street Plug Radio. So make sure you have it, favorite it, have it already on your phones or wherever. So if you're on your way to work, if you're about to leave to go to work and you tap out on Facebook, you can still tune in.
Right, go listen to us in your car where everybody else, instead of listening to 92.5, do the same things every morning.
All across the country, no matter where you're at, we appreciate you and thank you. So one of our main topics that we are going to go through is unpopular opinion. So on Facebook, we love interaction. If you guys are following us on social media, we throw topics out there all the time. Unpopular opinion has by far been our probably most engaging thing so far.
Yeah, we get comments on top of comments and opinion, and you guys be out there really getting mad.
Yeah, it's open though. We try to make sure that everybody knows,
It's just a debate. Like, it's not personal. We're just
and
talking.
it's unpopular opinion. So it's gonna be a little rough in there sometimes. So this most recent one we did was transracial and transgender.
Yeah, you guys seen that clip, right? Of the girl who swears she's not black on Dr. Phil.
Have
or
you
something?
seen it? What did you think? It was a Dr. Phil. Did you watch just like a little 30-second clip? Could you make it through the 30-second clip of her talking? Okay.
It took me like 3 tries.
What did you think about that situation?
I lied. I didn't see it.
Oh, you
You
didn't?
didn't see
Okay.
it?
Let me tell you what happened.
Sarcasm?
He's like, I wasn't even looking at you, my bad. So anyways, there's this teenager and her mom is black. Her stepdad was white.
So I didn't see it, but I heard about it, and I heard it in the background the other day. Personally, because I have a daughter that's going to be born next month. Shout out to
Okay.
I think it starts from home.
It did. It said that her mom told her she was biracial. Then her dad died. Her stepdad died, and she told her the truth that your real dad is actually black. But somehow, in this being that she was only like 5 years old or something at the time, she went into like basically like an extreme denial where she believes that she's Caucasian fully.
Yeah.
She does not believe that she's black at all.
Mind you, it's a chocolate little girl
Yeah,
too.
and that's fucked up that her mom did that to her. That's really bad. Because we live in a society where it's already bad enough for us, being that color. And then, like, the first 7 years is the most precious. That's when you learn the most. And for you to brainwash a child like that, and then have this child looking like that right now, and to the world, that's messed up.
Right.
That's messed up.
So then I said, though, how I feel, because you remember the whole Rachel Dolezal from the white girl from Spokane who was pretending that she was
black and was on the NCP.
Right. So I didn't actually have a problem with that at all. She was on the NAACP. She was actually doing a lot of positive things for black people. Yes, she was not black herself, but at least she wasn't, hurting the race.
She was helping. She was trying her best to go above and beyond and help. She was on the NAACP. There's black people around that don't do anything. Mm-hmm. And you guys are mad at her because she was doing something positive. I never understood that one.
Story, like, granted, she was doing something positive for her, you know what I'm saying? But she's not. Like, she's just, I don't care, I'm white. And that's just that.
And one of the comments on here was simply that she's a racist. So even if she believes she's white, she then becomes a white racist.
Right, because she was downing blacks.
Rachel, who was not, she wasn't doing anything against white people. She was just really there helping the black people.
I think that's Uncle Ruckus's niece right there.
She kind of looks like she might have been.
Lightweight,
like her caricature.
A little bit.
For sure. Yes.
Y'all know what I'm talking
about. If you haven't seen the Boondocks, I need you guys to watch that before our next episode.
It's on Hulu. Go ahead and tap in. It is on Hulu. I was just watching it the last time I watched TV.
Definitely. So where it became unpopular opinion is where I said if a person can be considered transgender, meaning they don't believe they're the sex that they were actually born or they identify as something else, then a person can do the same thing about their skin color. Because, you can't call one weird and not call the other one weird, was my unpopular opinion about it. Not saying that it's wrong either way. Do you. But you can't say you can do you, but you can't do that.
Right. Technically, that's true. Because that's like a contradiction. That's a huge contradiction.
It was. That was my unpopular opinion. And Facebook
did not agree. I agree, though. I feel like from your bones, you can tell your gender, your race.
One person did agree with me. Sinetria did.
Did
she did. She didn't like this girl. She made sure that it was very clear that this girl was racist, which I definitely
agree with.
Yeah, for sure. But
I don't know. I've always felt that you can tell if you feel like you're different, then, or if that's different, then do the same thing. Those are things you can tell. That's in your DNA. That's in your skin. That's how you move. If you change that, then changing your race should be just like changing your gender. And if you get mad at one, you need to get mad at both.
Right. Facts. Very facts. So, X, you know a lot of people in business.
I do.
You know a lot of black people in business.
I do.
Favorite black business and why?
Favorite black business. I'm taking this one back home. And I'm gonna give it to Cho Chase Entertainment. And it's because of what they stand for, the unity. You know what I mean? Shout out to OG Black Scrap. You know what I'm saying? It's just all about positivity. You know what I mean? And making good music too. You know, it's helping and nourishing and growth and making sure that your people is straight. You know what I'm saying? And so yeah.
So where can people tap into them to support them?
Y'all can tap in with any of the artists that's involved with them.
What was her name again?
Cho Chase Entertainment. You got C Black. You got C Sam. You got Jones Geach. You got BG. You got it's a slaughterhouse. You know what I'm saying?
Nice.
Just look up Cho Chase Entertainment. You can find all of them.
Do you have a black business you want to spotlight today?
Us. We got Endless Fashions, which made that jacket, this hoodie, shirt I'm wearing under it, and almost every those right there, all the street plug gear, all the champagne morning gear you guys see.
And there's regular casual stuff on Love.
There is. She has most of my dresses y'all see when I be in the club. You be like, ooh, that dress is cute. Yeah, I stole it out of her store. I paid for it, but she don't know that till later. She don't know I got it till she see me in it. Little sister perks.
She just cash out. It's in your cash out. I'm like, oh, okay.
That is literally how the life works. Like, that's mine. Nope. Check your cash out.
Facts. And again, thank you guys for continuing to tap in. This is my 4th time saying it, but I'm going to say it throughout this broadcast because we are not going to be live every time we are doing this on Facebook. It will only be live. TuneIn app. Download the TuneIn app. Search Street Plug Radio and tap in with us there. Thank you, everybody who keeps hearing me and you guys are already on the app. I appreciate you. Thank you guys for tapping in. Facts. So, I wanted to talk about a movie and just a situation in general. So you're about to have a kid.
Yes.
How soon?
Less than 30 days.
Less than 30 days. I got 2.
Less than 30 days.
I got 2. You guys speak up for the camera. Our media people are saying that.
Got you. Can you hear me now? Good. But yeah, less than 30 days, man. I'll be having a little angel. Still don't know what her name's gonna be.
Okay.
Her last name's gonna be Spencer. That's all that matters. So.
That's all that matters.
Okay, I got 2 boys.
I'm team no kids.
2 boys, 8 and 5, and was thinking about conversations for you because you have a baby. Conversations you end up having to have as having a black kid in America with the cops. This movie came out, The Hate You Give. You want to tell us about the movie a little bit, Key?
So it's about a girl who she lives in the hood. I think she's in Cali. She lives in the hood, but her parents sent her to a predominantly white school outside of her school district for better education and all that perks of not being in the hood.
Right.
So what happens is her homie ends up getting killed by the cops while they're in the car together, kicking in. And so now she has to deal with living in the hood and dealing with them and how they feel she should react, and going to school and dealing with her predominantly white friends and how they think she reacts. And now she's having the backlash of, well, I've hid my true self while being at school and they don't really know who I am.
I haven't actually seen the movie yet.
Neither have I.
You know, but we're all black. We've been in some situations with some cops. I definitely, especially when I was in Spokane, Washington, I ran in. That was probably the first time I think I had my most racist experiences. But with cops, one of them being just literally pulling me over, asking me where we were going. Not because we were speeding, not because we had a headlight out, because he said that we were on the wrong side of town. We were going to the basketball gym.
I got plenty of those experiences.
Plenty of them.
I grew up in Georgia. You know what I mean? I remember when I moved out of my mom's crib when I was 18, and I went to Atlanta, and then we took a trip down to Macon, and we was in Macon for literally one night, and I walked from the hotel to the gas station. Now, on the way back, there's this whole flock of white boys just jumping out of this building, and it's just me and my brother walking, and the police pull up 3 cars deep just to check our IDs, and just, we haven't seen you guys around here. Y'all ain't gonna say nothing to these white boys just jumping up out this building that's closed right now, like right there across the street from us. Like, okay, all right, you know, and it's
I wanted to play you guys a clip from the movie, but we're not able to do that today. But what I will say is that conversation, I feel like in a black household, happens real early in life.
And constantly.
I remember being 5 years old, out on the bus with my mom in Seattle, and my mom politely reminded me, cops are strangers too. I told you not to talk to no strangers.
Just kidnapped somebody.
Yeah.
Look the other day.
No, for real.
They did not kidnap that person.
They pulled up so fast.
Okay, wait, backstory. So we're at Lady Luck. We're all inside at the DJ booth. 10 cop cars pull up. No lie. 10 cop cars pull up, surround one car. It was one.
Cop.
We turned around and said,
dude.
Look outside. And we looked outside and it was...
They blocked the whole side of the street, mind you. It's a 4-lane street with the median, so it's 5 lanes.
I turned around to say something, turned back, and all the cars were missing. That fast. X was like, they kidnapped that man. Like, I can't explain to you, like, here's how long it took. I turned around and said, Hannah, look. And by the time Hannah looked, Hannah was like, there's nothing out there. And me and X was like, pause. What do you mean? There was just 10 cop cars. What do you mean there's nothing out? Yeah, no, he was gone, all 10 cop cars. Yeah, no, I don't.
Picked them up and dipped out.
They straight took that man.
Listen, y'all see Training Day. Anything can happen.
Anything can happen.
Y'all gonna do this to me? I'm getting case so all you.
God, it's too early for this.
I can't with you. It is way
I have you
early
ball
for this.
and Pelicans back. You shouldn't have brought up.
On a note of it's too early for this. So you guys know those bombs that were found outside Obama and Hillary Clinton's house.
They trying to kill my guy.
I know, right? Look, first off, I'm going to war. You kill Obama, okay? I'm going to war. But Trump's supporters, man. Trump supporters. This dude said that Obama and Hillary Clinton mailed the bombs to themselves because they wanted press.
You know how expensive that is?
You know how much a bomb costs, cuz?
Not that we know personally.
Nah, you know,
like that.
I don't
But
know.
I've heard.
Expensive.
I've
Pipe
heard.
bombs, they're expensive.
They're not that expensive.
Hey, you go Home Depot get the ingredients, you know what I mean?
And stop talking.
A time bomb.
Oh,
They sent them to Obama and
Yeah, oh,
Clinton.
you can get a watch. It's, you know, I don't know how to make them, but, you know, I watch a lot of
I was
action
about to
movies.
say,
I was
our
telling him to
engineer
stop
over here.
talking.
I watch a lot of action movies. I've seen Rampage on
Our
Netflix
engineer
before
over
you took
here
it
is
down.
telling all the secrets.
All the secrets. AKA, don't come at us, yo. Just joke.
Oh, it's too early for this. Okay.
It's way too early for this.
Sorry.
Anyways, I don't know if you guys know Kiana very well, but we have this debate. I don't think I'm mean at all. X came at my life this morning in a very polite way and let me know that I was actually mean. I didn't know that I was mean.
But they think I'm so mean that I can't even call her mean, which is kind of fucked up. My meanness.
She's mean.
See? I'm not allowed to even refer to her as mean
She's
because
so
I'm
mean
the
that she
mean
has
one.
a whole segment on the show called Nobody Likes Keith.
I don't be doing nothing to people. They just be trying me and I respond.
Right, and then they block you.
Or they threaten to fight me from Philly like this bitch.
Oh, what? I don't think I heard this story.
Okay.
I don't want no parts in this. I'm going to look down at my phone.
So you guys, you know our Abbots run off this social media manager. They do all our commenting and all of that stuff, okay? So I guess it like commented a heart on her nigga's picture. She messages me and was like, why'd you comment a heart? I said, it's Instagram, bitch. Why are you in my inbox? Basically, like, it is. Like, quit being so insecure. I don't do insecurities. And then she was telling me, I ain't gonna tell you guys this man's name because that's gonna put him all the way on blast. But she was in my inbox telling me
Wait,
about.
time out. Now, when y'all live on the music and marijuana reviews, you can call somebody fake and say they lying on their music, but you don't want to put nobody's name on
They
blast.
submitted their own name.
Exactly.
Just
I don't just throw people's names
But you
out.
still said he was lying on his music, though. You didn't have to say that. Man, you gotta say this dude's
I'm not saying this dude's name, and here's why. The bitch
He
was in
thought
my
he was
inbox
He thought it was
saying that
we
she
don't
was
vote,
17 and he was 25, and that if he leaves her, she's putting him in jail. I said, you should have swallowed, bitch. Like,
Oh my God.
you should have swallowed. Yes, was like, well, if he leaves me, I'm putting him in jail, and you shouldn't talk to him.
17
He's a
is 80% in
pedophile.
all.
Their baby's like 2.
Oh.
Their baby's
Why did
like
she call her own dude a pedophile? If you know he was a pedophile,
So I told her
God, that's nothing to play with.
that she should have swallowed.
That's nothing to play with.
And that he should definitely just go ahead and offer. It'd probably be easier on his sentence. You know?
So that's when you got blocked.
That's when she was like, fuck you. Come to Philly and I'm going to fight you. And I was like, send me a ticket and I'll come. Then she blocked me.
I'm kind of going back and forth on that one because it's like at one point she came at you, so you had to come back at her. And this is the thing on social media, like I might like any of your pictures. I might put heart eyes. I might do anything. If I like the picture, and it doesn't mean anything to me. So if you have a girl, you might want to inbox me and be like, "Hey, she be tripping," because I don't trip like that. So I wouldn't assume that.
I don't do insecurities.
It's just you're supposed to like people's posts.
That's literally what it's for.
Like, if you comment on my shit, I'm gonna put a fucking heart on it. Why? Because I love the fact that you fucking
You fuck with me.
Thank
fuck
you.
with what
You're
I got going on.
Right.
interacting
So,
online.
Yeah, that's that.
So yeah, I don't think I would be able to. First off, be in a relationship where if somebody comments under his stuff and then I'm in their inbox, I'm not even.
First off, you gotta search that shit. Like, this is my sister. I interact with her all day, every day, and her shit still ain't the first thing I see. So that means every day you're going to this nigga's page, going through his comments.
Yeah, Facebook could help you stalk somebody if you want to stalk them.
Yeah, it will.
You look at their
Fucking
page
weird.
too much, then all of a sudden their stuff is gonna start popping up
That friend
first.
stuff's gonna start parking up too.
It does. It tells you
gonna
who
start
are
seeing
commenting
people
on
from
other
like 3
shit.
states away you don't even know because you had mutual friends,
Right.
but people you should know.
Social media is definitely not for the insecure.
Mm-mm.
Hell no.
It's
Not.
not.
It's
Hell
facts.
no.
It's not at all.
Hit
Not
the
if you
button.
wanna-
To the no.
Oh man, hey, if you don't know these ad libs over here that he's getting.
Then tap in tonight. Okay,
Yeah.
tap in tonight.
To the
Same
review. Now
spot.
the review is actually every week on Facebook Live. Is not on the radio. It will be on the radio. We're gonna throw it out there for you guys, but it won't be live on the radio. But it's every Monday night, 9 p.m. Locals across. Oh, I call them locals, but they really the word should be underground.
It is
Because
underground.
come
They come from
around-
every. They come
other
from out of the
countries
country. Yeah.
and everything, and they send in their.
And they show mad love, and we joke, we laugh, we listen to their music, we rate it. It's a fun time. Tap in.
Yep. And again, for us, we will not be live on Facebook every time, but make sure you download the TuneIn app and check what's on there. Search Street Plug Radio and favorite us so that you guys tune in Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Everybody who is already on the radio, again, thank you guys for tuning in. We see you. We appreciate it. And, yeah.
Shout out to DJ K5. Shout out to
Yes. The whole Street Plug
The whole
team.
Street Plug team.
everybody on Street Plug DJs.
We got Tito, Greg. We're going to start missing people qualified.
Don't forget Jig. Jig might
Okay,
like
well,
No, he did not.
I'm just
call
pointing
him.
at the name.
Whatever. all
You
the-
know
I'm
who
new.
the
I'm
team
new.
is.
I'm
Thank
still-
you.
So I might forget names. That's why I'm glad y'all picked up where I started. Teamwork made the dream work, baby.
Facts. X. When's the last time you read a book?
Last time I read a book, man, I read books every day. It might not be the whole book, might just be a page, a paragraph, but I try to read something every day.
Hey, that's good.
That's fast though. You should be reading
Every
something.
day.
Keeps
Seriously.
your mind working.
Right. Even reading online, as long as it's not just all entertainment news and stupid
Go
stuff.
read an actual
I'm
article.
actually about to
Educate
I'm actually about to build on the side of the booth when you walk straight into the studio. I'm gonna build
Okay.
like a little bookshelf on the side of there because I need some books.
Ooh, when you start reading, I need to be there.
Yeah.
So when I was reading my book, I can ignore
So
you.
I was talking to her while she was reading a book.
If you read, you know how much of a
And,
pet peeve that is.
You know, it's not the
'Cause
fact
you're
that I was
seeing a
talking to
movie.
her, it's the way I was talking to her. I would like talk when she get on this page, she'll get halfway down, and I'll talk again, and then I'd wait till she flips another 2 pages, then I'd talk about something for like 5 minutes, and then I'd stop. You know,
He's
so-
high key annoying if you don't
I
know
am.
him.
I am.
My kids are finally old enough for me to tell them. I literally told them, listen, your mom does not like to be bothered when she's reading. So I suggest you go find something to do so that you don't get in trouble. And he just looked at me like, okay, and he walked away. You know, this wouldn't have happened 2 years ago.
Nah.
And the baby don't understand. They come in, keep hitting you. Like,
Nah, that's why I used to
leave
read
me
like
alone.
I used to keep my parents off of me and come read.
Yeah, me too.
My dad used to not trip.
They didn't
We
tell
used to
me
go
to do no
to
chores.
libraries for hours and all that. Dad loved that.
They didn't tell me to do no chores. They'll come in their room, they'll see a book in
Sometimes-
my hand. They'll be like,
Sometimes
leave him
you
alone.
be reading when you're a kid, and they just happy you reading. They have no idea what you're reading. Okay.
A lot of the times they have no idea what
The
you're
coldest
reading.
winter ever was the book growing up. Any teenage girl
Read that.
has read. Have
Twice.
you ever heard of the coldest winter ever?
He's not a teenage girl.
I'm
Never
Okay.
has been.
I asked him if he heard
I'm
of
a
it.
real boy.
I asked him if he heard of it. Okay. The coldest winter ever was about this girl, spoiled ass little girl whose father was the drug lord.
Yeah, he was that nigga.
He was in the his wife was of course the most beautiful, her mom, and he had 4 girls. He had Winter, who was the oldest. He had Porsche.
Don't get it wrong. She will fight you. She
In the
don't
book,
exist.
she would probably fight me. She had Porsche, and then and good morning everybody. Thank you guys. And then there was twins. The twins were the baby girls.
Lexi and Mercedes.
Lexi
and Mercedes. It was Lex. They went back and forth. Her name was Lexus,
It was all
but you
cars
know.
after Winter.
Yeah.
And Winter
Winter was only called Winter because she was born in the winter storm.
Yeah, but it was a really good book because the police came, shut
Rocked their
down
shit.
everything, shut down the whole city. It was like a big, like years on years Frank Lucas raid on his shit.
Whole
Everything
team went down.
Right, and so the kids were kind of, eventually they were split up and distraught, and it was Winter's story. So Sister Souljah is an author, a black author, and she wrote this book. It was like the most popular book. She became, a lot of people already knew her because she's a poet, but this book kind of exposed her a lot more.
Right.
One of the characters in there name was Midnight. They made this nigga the most intriguing and sexy person in the book.
You wanted him. You wanted Midnight until he got his own book.
Then he got his own book, and I don't know what happened to the story.
It was his storyline didn't even match up anymore. It just I wasn't with it. I couldn't even make it to Midnight Part 2. He got 2 parts to build on his story, and I couldn't even make it to Midnight Part 2. I don't think I finished. Yeah, I finished Midnight Part 1.
Yeah.
I don't stop it, but I'll get annoyed with myself. But.
Have you ever met somebody with schizophrenia?
Oh yeah. I won't tell you where it was at because you think I'm a bad person, but we got him up too.
Okay.
Which one? Which one? I need to.
I wasn't ready.
This was in Atlanta, and you know, granted, I give people the benefit of the doubt, but I met a person that was real life schizophrenia. Like they would hear voices in their head, and they would be like, and wouldn't be talking to nobody. But yeah, they put hands on me at some point, so we had to get them up.
Yeah, the middle child in this one, she had a whole different personality that she talked to, and one personality would leave her for hours.
She'd leave her and she'd send her on a date with her, or send her to go run an errand.
And then come back and talk about it, but she's talking to herself.
Like, oh, what'd you do?
Like legit crazy.
Yeah, it was.
I love fiction books. I love nonfiction books. Next week we're going to be doing the autobiography. Gabrielle Union, she has a book called "You're Gonna Need More Wine."
Yeah.
We're gonna need more wine.
We're gonna need
I wish
more
y'all
wine.
would drink more wine. Shit,
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Our
I
champagne
finished mine.
is just-
Yeah, there we go.
Listen.
Champagne, my bad.
It's out. You can go cop it at the store. She was out here for a book signing that Shalicia hates me about. I'm sorry again. I love you.
Gabrielle Union is like one of my favorite people for multiple reasons. In her book, she goes on a lot of real life topics that we're going to discuss. I'm letting you guys know ahead of time because on Wednesdays is actually going to be our normal day that we talk about upcoming books. If you guys know any good books, Black authors,
If you have any books you want to send it to us or show us how we can get them to read and discuss.
yeah, we're trying to make sure. The point is, and we're going to express this now and every week is grow your mind. At the end of the day, we're trying to grow as a community. We're trying to make sure we make it.
Elevate that thing.
Your
Because
brain
it's
is a
all
muscle.
in your mind.
You gotta use it.
Everything. I'm going to take this time and tell people, especially up here in Washington, this place is it's a great place for opportunities and whatnot, but there's a lot of people up here dealing with mental health issues, and they don't, I'm not going to say they don't realize it, but they don't want to accept the fact that they're dealing with them. And that is the worst thing to do. So, you know what I mean? Elevate your mind. Take the time to exercise that muscle.
And unknowingly, it was a perfect segue. What we would challenge you guys to do, at least by next Wednesday, is write 10 things that make you happy. 10 things that make you happy.
That's going to be harder than you think.
It is. It really will be.
Gabrielle,
Because you're going to have to do like
she had
not
talked about it
fake
in her
happiness
book.
stuff.
We'll talk about all that, mental wellness. Because it is really important. That, we get away from it a lot, but your own mental wellness and health is very important. And 10 things that actually make you happy is not the easiest thing. And it's going to be a challenge for me. I'm going to do it as well.
I'm going to go ahead and
I haven't did it yet. I purposely haven't did it yet. But I'm going to do it by next Wednesday and see if I can come up with 10 things.
10 things is a lot. Like, can I count each of my siblings as a separate thing?
Absolutely not. There's absolutely. And the cool part about it is you probably don't like having siblings. They just your siblings. You gotta love them. There's 23 of us, you guys.
There is. If you haven't met us before, there's 23 of us. We are blood sisters. Like,
Blood sisters.
there's 21 other ones out here in the world, and we're all really, really close actually.
We
Like,
all
we
grew
don't.
up in Seattle. We had a brother who moved to everywhere in Europe for hella long.
He finally came back. Hi,
He finally
Nate.
came back. Yes, he's in Cali now.
He ain't all the way back. He still wasn't coming.
But at
too
least he
close.
came back to the States. We can see him.
They are really tapped in right now.
They're really tapped in.
They love us, show us
Yes.
love. Thank you.
TuneIn
Make sure you download the TuneIn radio app because again, we will not be on Facebook Live every time.
And everybody who's already on the app, again, thank you guys. We appreciate you. We can see you too. We see you're listening. We definitely appreciate
Shout
it.
out to Crew Boys Verse. And it's not a Swisher, that's a Dutch Master. He said, oh, that's a fronto leaf. Even better.
Oh, it's the Jeepers Creepers
Yeah,
wings.
that's the
That's what
front-
those things
that's
remind
the
me of.
fronto
Jeepers
leaf
Creepers
right there.
wings.
Facts. All right, so we're gonna wrap it up for today's episode. We definitely appreciate you tuning in again. Any upcoming events that we need to shout out on here?
We're gonna have the official, the studio's open, but we're gonna have the official grand opening here soon. We got the what else we got coming?
We have the all black party. Tap
January.
into either her post or my post. It's in January. Tag 2 friends, share, do what it says, and you can win 2 tickets.
Yep.
And if you know, our parties get lit. Go
way.
check the old video from
All the
last
way, yeah.
year where tongues is out and booties is shaking and all that shit. We turn up.
For you guys for some tickets as well. Give y'all some opportunities
Yeah, we
to
gonna-
get up in this party.
We decided we're gonna start throwing a lot more contests, and we're asking for interaction. We're always asking for interaction, but at the end of the day, we're here to entertain you guys.
That is true. But can
It's
we
only
pause
different. Ooh,
and acknowledge that fucking verse just said his 10 things that
Are
make
all
him happy are all swishers. I can't let this
Hey,
This is the
salute
same
to
dude that
baby.
commented on his wife's status about being pregnant, and she was like, "What do I put on the baby registry?" And he said, "Swishers." I need you to calm down, bro. You gotta relax.
Please.
He needs a special sponsorship for real.
He do. Swishers just need to tap in with him. They gonna sell.
Give it to him.
Nah, but for real though, shout out to Crew Boy Bird, shout out to the whole FYE the mob.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Let's keep this thing going. For
Definitely.
real.
And we're gonna be starting to take submissions for Kill the Catwalk too, for the designers.
For the designer.
For the designers, we'll be submitting for that soon. It's about to be lit because last year was lit.
If you guys didn't tap in with us last year, you're not gonna want to miss it this year. It gets better year after year. This is gonna be our 2nd year, and you're in for a treat.
If it's gonna be lit, you gotta play Trace
And
Swift song.
We're gonna try and get Trey Sweat. You just
Trace Swift
don't
need to come.
know.
Trace Swift, you tapped in. I know you're gonna see this if you ain't tapped in right
If
now.
you ain't tapped in,
Get out there, bro. We need to get up in the lab, man.
for real, it's about to go down, and that actually would be the perfect. We don't have to hit his inbox. We don't stop talking about it on here. We about to start giving stuff away and some more
Right.
stuff.
Just know you don't want to tap
Brainstorming
in with
on here.
us,
He's trying to
okay?
make us brainstorm on the live.
You know when the brains start going and keep going.
Definitely. So we'll close this out. Exit. We're gonna get out of here. But before we do, let them know about you again, and then I want you to end and tell us about your legacy. What do you see for yourself when people look back and say, "Dang, X did," or "X was"? That's a better one. X
Y'all see,
was.
if you can see it on the cap, Swimming in Riches. It's a nonprofit that I'm starting. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And it's gonna be powered by Street Plug DJs, and you know, it's. I want people to just look back and be like, man, that dude, he didn't talk, he just did it.
Yeah.
He just did it.
Well, we already say that
he
about the
motivated.
studio.
You know what I mean? And he motivated me, or he taught me, or he showed me how to do what I'm doing right now. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
but anything else, you know, everything is just Xavier Lawrence Music. You can hit the page, Xavier Lawrence Engineering. If you want to book some studio time, you can. If you don't want to go through the page, you can go through either one of these guys. You can go through anybody that's in Street Plug DJs. You can get the word of mouth through any of the artists that I associate with, and straight like that.
Your facts. He built the whole studio. What can't he do? That's what we've been
He
saying
built a
since-
studio like effortless though. He was like, K-Fi was like, I'm gonna buy it. He was like, I'm gonna build it. K-Fi was like, bruh, I'll just buy it. It's just like there. X was like, I got this.
But the flavor with it though, that's what you can't buy. You can't buy that flavor. You can't buy that custom
And it's
shit.
clean,
And
yo.
you can't buy that satisfaction because I know you felt good when you finished it.
Man, just
Finished it. You guys see how many times this man went live building it? I'm not gonna go live until it's done. 10 minutes later, well, I just want to show y'all an update. Like,
Right.
Yeah, man.
Facts.
You know, it's all about motivation for me. You know what I mean? I want to motivate my team because that's what helps me keep going. You know what I
You
mean?
gotta motivate each other. Yeah.
Yeah.
For
You
sure.
doing that? I ain't gonna lie. It boosted you guys. I see it.
Yeah.
I can't
put
even
that
hate on- I can't
together
even
in 2
lie on
weeks,
it.
You know what I'm saying?
it's definitely,
So,
it
We
got
were
us
talking
working.
about before the show, like X showed up one day and he was like, "Hey," and he stayed. And
We
it
was teasing because we don't know where he came from. He just was, hi, I'm here, and ain't went nowhere, and has been right next to
shout
us,
out to
10
Street Plug.
toes
Shout
down.
out to Street Plug
Thanks.
Doctor and DJ Cure. Those are the two.
Yeah, but what we mean by that is the people that you stick with, because you meet a lot of people, you come around a lot of people, but everybody don't stick.
And everybody don't demand their place. This nigga came in and demanded his place. He was like, I'm right here, I'm doing this, and y'all ain't getting rid of me. And we was like,
Give them some respect, and they'll respect it. And that's what
That's
we did,
facts.
and that's what we've been doing. It's great. He appreciates us.
We
show
appreciate him.
and yeah. So again, thank you guys for tuning in. We're about to end this live on Facebook and on the radio. catch us again on Wednesday. It's going to be earlier in the morning. We're going to be 6:30 a.m. in the morning. You guys can watch it later, but we would like you to tune in live with us actually on the app. Download TuneIn, search Street Plug Radio, and make sure you favorite it. And on Facebook, for all of you guys who don't have the app yet, by tonight, you can still catch the review. 9 p.m., send in your music. That's a whole different type of energy. Listen. If you haven't tapped into the review,
you are not ready.
Okay.
It gets first off, you can be part of the studio audience. You just need to tap in with one of the Street Plug people.
It's a private event, so you got to hit our inbox.
We don't release any addresses unless you're on your way right then.
Right then, for real.
All right.
You get a temp location. It's gonna expire by the time you get there.
Oh my gosh, I cannot stand y'all.
It's gonna expire.
Right. All right. Well, thank you again, and we'll be checking in with y'all. See you. Oh, don't forget to write your 10 things. 10 things that make you happy by next Wednesday, but still tap in with us this Wednesday, 6:30. Thank you guys.
Bye.
Peace up. A-Town down. Eating off from Columbus.
I was just about to say. Champagne mornings.
Champagne mornings, man. Tap in with your friends.
Yeah.